Well, here I am, 3 years of drawing later. Now it's time to see if my art skills have improved any. For this, I'm going to be redrawing this gardenia. Now 3 years ago, I had no idea that I'd be drawing this flower again. So I totally managed to lose the reference photo. So because of that, I had to trust that I had drawn out the proportions right way back then, since my old drawing was all I had to go on. I cannot begin to express how important having a reference photo is, and if you can use one, please do. Now, for this one, I wanted to clearly show all the areas I had been working to improve over the last few years. These included more color, more contrast, and interesting backgrounds. So let's dive right in. I started with the first, more color. Now with the old drawing, I had mainly just used 1 or 2 pink colors, but for this one I wanted to go brighter, so I used a more vibrant magenta for the shadows and yellow for the highlights. Now, yellow and purple are complementary colors, so I had to be careful not to overblend them, since that would create a muddy color. If you would like to know more about color theory, then feel free to check out this video. Next, I added a sunset and lake background to the flower and encased it in a textured gray frame. Then I moved on to the leaves. For this, I had them start within the frame and come out of it to dangle down. For these, I just drew in a base of yellow and then came on top of it with green for the darkest shadows, before using a lighter version of that green for the transitions between the highlights and the shadows. Then I redefined the highlights with white. If I didn't think it was saturated enough or there wasn't enough contrast, I'd go through and repeat all of the previous steps. I used the same steps for the branches. Then I moved on and added a wood shelf underneath the frame for the leaves to rest on. For this, I started with the light brown using horizontal pencil strokes to create the look of wood grain. Then I did the same with a darker brown and then some black to add more shadows to the wood. Then came the wallpaper around the frame. For this, I imprinted a design into the paper and then lightly went over it with blue. Then I created more of a vignette effect by adding black to the edges. Because I imprinted the design, the pencils glided over the top, only affecting the areas surrounding the design, which gave a cool effect. This was by far my favorite part, and by the end of this project I could see a big difference in how far I have come over the past 3 years, not only in how I draw, but also the materials and techniques that I've learned. Comment down below if you think I've improved over the years. And that is it for this video. If you enjoyed it, consider checking out this other demonstration or this playlist full of other tutorials that will help you improve way faster than I did. Anyway guys, thank you for watching, and until next time, God bless.